Samantha Hansen. I'm 17, and something that I'm excited about is actually being able to drive, because I'm going to drive to where we're staying tonight.
Oh, where are you guys staying?
We're actually staying with one of my old elementary school friends.
Oh.
They moved. They're about 2 hours. I think they're in Palm Springs or near there.
Okay.
But they moved in middle school, and I haven't seen her since.
Oh, so you guys kind of made a trip out of coming down
Yeah,
here?
we made it
That's
work.
Nice. That's sweet. Oh, okay. Okay, fun question. What do you feel like is a talent that you have that no one knows about?
No one knows.
No one or
about.
very few.
That I make really good poultry and waterfowl noises, or I used to be able to.
What is that?
So chickens, geese.
Oh, you can make
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I could do that.
Oh my god.
When we
You
used to
should be
have
a voice
them.
actress. That's crazy. Is that something you just kind of learned to do, or just?
I guess so. Just kind of. It made my brothers laugh when we had
Aw.
them, and they were upset they couldn't hold them.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Aw. Okay. Okay. So I know you mentioned this off camera, but mention it again. What do you feel like is an accomplishment or a personal project, extracurricular that you're really proud of working on, and why?
So my proudest accomplishment in extracurricular would be our journalism club at my high school. I've been a member in it for 3 years. I tried it my freshman year, realized it was a lot of work, and I had to back out, unfortunately. But this year I'm actually our president. I started our website up, and that goes out to all of the staff and all the students and even the parents, so they can send it out to their communities. We've grown. We've gotten the stuff for podcasts and videos, as well as not just writing pieces. And it's been really great to see everybody just take to it.
So are you the president of the club? Or?
Yes.
Oh,
so I'm also the
fun.
editor-in-chief, so I'm that last say before things go out and make sure everything's correct.
Is that kind of what you want to do in the future, journalism?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I want to major in.
So you said 17? 18?
17, yeah.
17. So college is next year?
Yes.
Did you apply?
Yes, I have applied.
Have you gotten in anywhere?
I got into UC Merced, and on the Common App, they have automatic admissions. So I did one for fun, and it was the York College of Pennsylvania.
Okay. Where are we leaning?
To colleges that haven't given me answers yet.
Okay. We're waiting.
I've got a list, yeah.
We're waiting. Yeah, it's early, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
They come out in April.
Oh, okay. So you just got early admission.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
UC Merced, they call it their MAP program, but it's automatic acceptance program for high school seniors in the district that showcase good GPAs. They're excellent students, college-bound kids.
Nice. Okay. And then your major would be journalism.
Yes.
Amazing. That's fun.
It is. I'm really excited.
Is it you kind of want to go into a because I don't really know how journalism works in terms of the sectors of it. Is there a specific area you want to go into?
So kind of just with what I like to write, either investigative or sports.
Okay.
I really enjoy writing articles that read stories that hook the readers and they keep them excited.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, I'm excited to read one of your pieces when you become a big famous journalist. Okay, well, in terms of, you started your own club from scratch and you became the, what was
Editor-in-chief.
Editor-in-chief. In terms of giving a piece of advice to someone that wants to start their own club, what would you give them?
Trust your gut. Follow your heart.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of work, but if you're confident in what you do, people will take that confidence and they'll put it in themselves and they will follow you.
Yeah.
Attitude is contagious. Make sure yours is one you want people to catch.
That is put that on a t-shirt.
It's a poster in my math teacher's classroom.
Oh my God. So this was a stolen term. I love it. I love it.
It was borrowed.
It was borrowed. Yeah. Okay. So you can answer this in kind of whatever way you feel fits true to you. What, if you were to define education using your own terms, how would you define it?
To me, education is figuring out who you are and how you want to shape the world. It's not so much what you do in a classroom, it's what you do with what the teachers are saying.
Okay.
It's not the actual lessons, but the hidden lessons, the responsibility, the responsibility, like being respectful, being like maturity almost.
Yeah. That's a very beautiful take to go with it. Do you feel like there's a topic or skill that should be taught in schools that isn't?
Not really. Like I feel like, at least in my district, we have it very balanced.
Okay.
I would honestly say classes, the only thing like I would change is that classes should be a little harder. Like I feel like all of our standards have been just lowered.
Yeah.
Because it's not teachers, it's like the admin and the superintendents, they just want A's instead of actually teaching kids that this is life. Like we're in high school. You guys need to be responsible to take the classes you know you can handle.
Yeah, especially in public schools too. Yeah. Okay. Tell me about someone who you feel like has left a very large impact on your life and why.
Someone's made the biggest impact would be my father. He's been my like realistic person. So whenever I start talking about when I switched careers and I was like, I want to go into writing, he was like, so what will you do? What college will you go to? And he makes me think. And it's not like crushing my dreams, but it's making them realistic and finding the steps that I need to be able to actually achieve them. And like that learning I couldn't replace. That makes me who I am.
Yeah, because it's like there's, some people that are like, oh, you can't do that. How are you going to do that? Or like some that question it too much, like to a degree where it's like, now you're just like condescending. But that's such a beautiful way to think about it. It's like, okay, we can get there if there's a way to get there, you know? Yeah.
But he's also been, we were talking about colleges and I had thrown out some Ivy Leagues and he was like, I love you.
Yeah.
You're so smart and talented, but I will know that if you go there, you're going to have to help pay. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And
there's also a sense of like realisticness.
Like it's stay there. Like so much like respect. And I feel like he's helped me mature in so many other ways to just be able to take on life in a realistic way and not have my head in the clouds.
Yes. No, that's a great way to think about it. Thank you, Dad.
I know. Love you.
Okay. Do you feel like there's a cause or social issue that you're really passionate about?
My probably cause would be, it's kind of like what I'm interested in journalism.
Okay.
So much of it is like one way or the other. I feel like you don't actually see a middle ground.
Explain.
So if you open up any like social media platform and you search up a journalist, they're either left wing or right wing.
Oh,
there's not like any middle ground. And usually it doesn't matter which way they lean.
Yeah.
They're like twisting words.
Yes.
They're not being fact checked as much as they should. Like there needs to be a middle ground where it's like, hey, this is what's happening. Here's the facts. None of my opinion. It's just, this is what the quote was.
I see. And that's what you kind of want to do.
Yes.
Okay. You want to just, let's be blunt. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And I know people, not everybody likes it, but it's so helpful, especially with how that election went.
It's way more helpful because it's like, it's obvious sometimes when there's writing done to appease a certain side.
Exactly.
And it's like, but why are you doing that? Like then you're kind of taking away the true like beauty and magic of writing. So, you're doing a service for all of us.
Trying.
Yeah. So, you kind of wanting to write for like the middle ground is your way of making more of a positive impact on the community. What do you feel like is a good initial step to doing something positive for either your community, for your family, a piece of advice that you could give someone to kind of take that leap of let's make change?
Sort of what I said with starting your own club. You really have to trust yourself and know that I'm doing something good. I know I might not see results right away, but me making a small impact will inspire others to make that impact. If it's like in my family, me watching my brothers for my mom while she does something for herself will positively impact her, which will impact the household, which will impact everything that we do. And it just sort of, what's the word? Like a bowling alley when they spring the pins and they all just go crazy.
Yeah. Are you the older sibling? Yes. Yeah. You give older sibling in the best way possible.
I find that a lot.
Yeah. No, it's a compliment. Okay. I love that. What do you feel like is a challenge that you've had to kind of go through and how do you feel like it shaped you to the woman I'm speaking to today?
I've had a lot of struggles with people pleasing. There was a childhood incident, a miscarriage, a stillbirth actually, and my mom had a tough time just dealing with it, which is completely understandable. So I stepped up. I was trying to make it easy for everybody else around me, and I kind of lost myself.
Yeah.
So actually found writing that way I could express myself how I wanted to. And through that, I've kind of dug myself out of a hole I made.
Was that that was like kind of like the start of your dreams coming into fruition? I love that. It's obviously it was something horrible that happened, but it was something beautiful that kind of came out of it. So we still think it anyway. Yeah.
It was a blessing in disguise at the end of the road.
Exactly. Okay. Well, in terms of like facing such a difficult challenge where like you kind of had to step up for your family and kind of put yourself back a little bit, what do you feel like is a piece of advice that you could give someone kind of going through that similar challenge?
Find people that understand you, people that are you're comfortable with telling them all the details. Because once it's off of your chest, you feel so much better, and you kind of have that break of, okay, I can start feeling like me now. Yeah. I'm not the only one carrying this burden, and make sure you really trust that person.
Yeah. Okay, we can end on more of a lighter note. Obviously, this is not a standard application process. Like usually there's essays involved, GPAs, like there's not big lights blasting on your face. But like you said earlier, it kind of gives you more of an opportunity to showcase who you are. In terms of like a standard application, because I know you mentioned you have been applying to a lot of scholarships. In terms of a standard application, what do you feel like usually is the thing that gets left out for you that you wish could be shown more?
Usually my ability to step up.
Okay.
It's really hard to describe it in a way that doesn't sound like I'm spinning off.
Yeah.
But I have 2 younger brothers. I've stepped up and watched them countless times. When I was helping my brother's elementary school's like parents club volunteer for stuff, when parents had to leave because their kid was sick or something, I stepped up for that.
Yeah.
In a lot of other situations, like at my church too as well. It's that constant just step up that I never really get to share because it's also hard to write about.
It's hard to write about, and then sometimes people are like, you're just bragging.
Exactly.
Like it comes off across like that sometimes. But I hope that you enjoyed this process.
I did. It was actually really fun.
Yeah. Is there more that you kind of want to share? Is there anything else that you feel like you want to?
I think so. I think you covered them all.
No?
For the most part.
I always just give that, the chance to say that just in case you want to like throw a little, I cured this disease or something.
I didn't, but I did start something new my senior year, and I actually joined our FCCLA.
What is that?
It's the Family Consumer Sciences Future Leaders of America. It's like it's the future of family. It's like, I know it's Leaders of America. Name. Yeah. But it's with the Family Consumer Sciences. So it's teachers that teach your culinary, your child development and like family bonds. And there's also, what is it? I'm sorry. Sewing and like fashion and design.
Okay.
So I'd been in the culinary like track for that for all 4 years. And my teacher had just now looked at me and be like, hey, we have this baking competition you can do through FCCLA.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'll join. Yeah. And so I'm doing something new my senior year. And it's exciting. It's a little nerve-wracking. Oh. But it's a bunch of new experiences. Yeah. And I feel like it's letting me see myself in a different light that I haven't seen before.
So this is your last year, right? In high school. How kind of torn are you with leaving?
It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
I love my family dearly a lot. They mean like the world to me. But I also know that if I don't go, I'm missing out on so many opportunities. So I've promised them that I will come home for all of the holidays.
Oh, yeah. But what's the goal school? Or at least like 5 goals. 5 goal schools.
I can give you my top 3.
Top 3.
Okay. Cal Poly.
Okay.
UC Irvine.
Yes.
And USC. The University of Southern California.
Oh, that's an expensive one.
I know. They're only on there if they give me enough financial aid.
Yeah.
Because realistically, when people say, when I tell people from Lee Grand, they're like, where? And I tell them it's a rural farming town.
Yeah.
So hopefully they give me something.
Oh, yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And do all those have a really good journalism program?
They do.
Okay. Amazing.
UC Irvine has a literacy journalism program, which is actually journalism as told through like writing a story.
That's
which
cool.
is perfect.
That's exactly what you want to do. Aw. Okay, fingers crossed for that one.
That too.
That one would be amazing. Okay, Samantha, are you comfortable? Do you feel like you kind of got everything you wanted to say?
I did. Thank you for that.
Hey YouTube, if you enjoyed this person's story, don't forget to subscribe below to hear more from our inspiring youth. If you want to apply for our Storyteller Scholarship or get more involved in our organization, click the link below to apply. Thanks for watching!